Well, welcome to Jaguar Mining is a channel, a growing gold producer during a booming gold market. Joining to give us a high-level overview of the company, a little bit of his history, and some milestone expectations, we have Alfred, the CFO, joining us. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Such a pleasure to get you on. So I want to dive right into this. First and foremost, you guys are kind of operating out of Brazil. Maybe for newer audiences, give us an idea of your operations, maybe a brief elevator pitch to what's going on there.
Sure. So we are a Brazilian-based gold producer. We are TSX listed, so with a very small corporate office in Canada, but all of our personnel are in Brazil and support our two underground gold mines, which together produced over 70,000 ounces last year. And with gold prices, we are very cash flow positive right now, and we've got a nice expansion ahead of us in terms of projects and discoveries. New zone at our Pilar mine, and new project expanding our Turmalina mine, and of course we've got 55,000 hectares in the Iron Quadrangle, which is a prolific greenstone belt in Brazil.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the insights. And when we come back, I want to talk more about kind of cash flow financing, but maybe just to simplify the milestones as you kind of abbreviated to some of the other operations. You want to give us an idea of what's going on for the latter half of 2024? I mean, from a production standpoint to perhaps some of these exploration assets, maybe just kind of give us a little bit more of a feel out from a time frame.
Yeah, so let me just give you a bit of context about. I just joined the company last year, middle of last year, and I joined at a time when the company had a misstep in the first half of the year, changing ore geometry, especially in the second quarter, and then changing mining method, which really turned the company around to have a recovery in the second half of the year, I would say. In particular, we were using long hole stoping, which worked well with thicker ore bodies. But as those pinched and as the geometry changed, we went more to conventional, cut and fill. And so that's working quite well for us. We had a strong end of the year. Now, in terms of 24, what we suspended a guidance last year, produced just under 71,000 ounces. What we've been telling the market is that for 2024, we're going to repeat that basically. Although we have, in terms of expansion, at our two operating mines are Turmalina, which is just on the west side of Minas Gerais, of Belo Horizonte, and Pilar is just on the east side of it. Turmalina has a new deposit which we've been developing toward, and it's called Faina, Faina, and Faina added about 132,000 ounces to probable reserves in our last 43-101, and so there's some good deposits there. On May 21st, we put out a press release showing some higher grade intercepts now that we're in the heart of that, and doing more drilling, infill drilling, to map out the polygons to define the stopes. We are already into some of the ore, but it's development ore. We will be stoping and producing from that beginning of the second half of the year, and so that'll fuel an increase, all things being equal, of about 30,000 ounces incremental at Turmalina once that gets rolling in 2025.
So let's look forward to here. I guess just to finish up, roll back a little bit. I mean, gold's doing exceptionally well here. What kind of got your interest? I mean, you said you recently just getting involved with the company, turning things around here. How did that kind of spark your interest, and what got that started?
Well, I've got well over 20 years of mining in my CV. Started out with Barrick for 13 years, and then was in nickel, and then in silver for a couple of years. And when I was just before I joined here, I actually knew Jaguar's not a new story. It's been around for 20 years. And so I actually interviewed for a role back in 2014. It didn't really go anywhere. But when I found out that Vern Baker is our CEO, Vern is a guy that I've met 20 years ago at Barrick, and I've worked with him again in 2013, 2014. Salt of the earth guy, just an amazing miner, amazing leader. And so that took my interest from a 2 to a 10, basically. And so I joined last summer, almost a year ago now. And I've just been thrilled to be part of the team and mesh so well with the culture that we've got here, and just forging forward toward this growth. And my timing has been impeccable because, when I joined, gold was, hanging in around $1,800 gold. But, because of geopolitical factors and fiscal factors, underpinning gold right now, we've been on an upward trajectory in terms of our share price since September.
On that note, we'll pass it over to the viewers. As always, we'd love to know what you think and consider subscribing as News and Catalyst hit the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that note, we look forward to catching you in the next one.